Àjùbà máa lọ́yọ̀.
Èrùdé ẹlẹ́, èrùdé màjùbà máa lọ. Èrùdé.
Àjùbà máa lọ́yọ̀.
Èrùdé ẹlẹ́, èrùdé màjùbà máa lọ. Èrùdé.
Àjùbà máa lọ́yọ̀.
Èrùdé ẹlẹ́, èrùdé màjùbà máa lọ. Èrùdé.
Àjùbà máa lọ́yọ̀.
Èrùdé ẹlẹ́, èrùdé màjùbà máa lọ. Èrùdé.
Àjùbà máa lọ́yọ̀.
Èrùdé ẹlẹ́, èrùdé màjùbà máa lọ. Èrùdé.
Àjùbà máa lọ́yọ̀.
Èrùdé ẹlẹ́, èrùdé màjùbà máa lọ. Èrùdé.
Àjùbà máa lọ́yọ̀.
Èrùdé ẹlẹ́, èrùdé màjùbà máa lọ. Èrùdé.
Àjùbà máa lọ́yọ̀.
Èrùdé ẹlẹ́, èrùdé màjùbà máa lọ. Èrùdé.
Àjùbà máa lọ́yọ̀.
Èrùdé ẹlẹ́, èrùdé màjùbà máa lọ. Èrùdé.
Àjùbà máa lọ́yọ̀.
Èrùdé ẹlẹ́, èrùdé màjùbà máa lọ. Èrùdé.
Àjùbà máa lọ́yọ̀. Èrùdé ẹlẹ́, èrùdé màjùbà máa lọ. Èrùdé. Ìyàwó ogun onírè kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onírè kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onírè kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onírè kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onírè kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onírè kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onírè kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onírè kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onírè kí ló ṣe kí ló mú o. Ogun onírè kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onírè kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onírè kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onírè kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onírè kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onírè kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onírè kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onírè kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onírè kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onírè kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onírè kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onírè kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onírè kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onírè kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onírè kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onírè kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onírè kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onírè kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onírè kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onírè kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onírè kí malo, erude majuba malayo.
Erude ele, erude majuba malo, erude.
Ajuba maloyo.
Erude ele, erude majuba malo, erude.
Ajuba maloye.
Erude ele, erude majuba malo, erude.
Ajuba maloye.
Erude ele, erude majuba malo, erude.
Ajuba maloyo.
Erude ele, erude majuba malo, erude.
Ajuba maloye.
Erude ele, erude majuba malo, erude.
Ajuba maloyo.
Erude ele, erude majuba malo, erude.
Ajuba maloye.
Erude majuba malo, erude.
Ajuba maloyo.
Erude majuba malo, erude.
Ajuba maloye.
Erude majuba malo, erude.
Ajuba maloye. Erude ele. Erude majuba malo. Erude. Yawa ogun onire kilo ṣe kilo mu. Ogun onire kilo ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onire kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onire kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onire kilo ṣe kilo mu. Ogun onire kilo ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onire kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onire kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onire kilo ṣe kilo mu o. Ogun onire kilo ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onire kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onire kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onire kilo ṣe kilo mu. Ogun onire kilo ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onire kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onire kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onire kilo ṣe kilo mu. Ogun onire kilo ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onire kí ló ṣe kí ló mú. Ogun onire kí ló ṣe balógun o.
Ìyàwó ogun onire kilo ṣe kilo mu. Ogun onire kilo ṣe balógun.
Yeah, that good. Okay, yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Awo Shaka. I'm also here with my elder, Baba Upak Hunle. We are from an organization called Ile Ijosi Otura Meji Awonshun. It was one of the last spiritual places that Akbar Leroy had passed through. And we are here on this day to assist with his transition. Ashe? So, points to note, as we open this program, some of the words are in Yoruba. That is because we practice a Yoruba way of life. So some of the words are in Yoruba. And also next to these words are English words that we can understand, which is the translation. Okay? So we shall begin. Ashe? I humbly invite everyone to please stand. So we say, Omi tutu, Ona tutu, Ile tutu, Ori tutu, Tutu la roye, Olojo ni mojuba. Homage to Olodumare, or the one who spreads all over our universe. We pay homage to our mothers. We pay homage to our fathers. We pay homage to our ancestors whose shoulders we stand upon. We pay homage to Orrin Miller, the one who was there when we knelt and chose our destinies. We pay homage to Akoda. We pay homage to Asheda, the first students of Orrin Miller. We pay homage to Baba Eshu, the one who stands at the crossroads to take our prayers and petitions to the spiritual realm. We pay homage to Ogun. Ogun ye moye, me Baba Ogun clear the path, you on the left and on the right, and at the front for us. We pay homage to Shango, Kabesio, the one who stands in the gap for justice. We pay homage to Onile, Mother Earth. May the Mother Earth continue to support us and prop us on every bending side. I pay homage to my Uluwo. I pay homage to my Yanifa. I pay homage to my Ojubona. I pay homage to Bogbo elders, all elders. We have acted and we have paid homage to whom homage is due. May we succeed in all that we are set out to do on this day. May this send-off, this funeral, may it amount to success as the departed is making his way to meet with his other ancestors on the other side. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. We just sing one song, and that's in Yoruba, and it's asking the Creator to open the door for us. Shileku fuwa uluwa, Shileku fuwa uluwa, Shileku fuwa uluwa, Shileku fuwa uluwa, Shile kufuao. Iwolo niwa. Iwolo niwa. Mashedawanu. Shile kufuao. Ashe? And when we say Ashe, it's our word of command that says, may it be so. Ashe, may it be so. Ashe? All right, so we give thanks to each and everyone who have come out to pay Agba Leroy farewell. But as our tradition dictates and states, is that death is not the end of life. It is when the human form, this physical flesh, it reaches a state where it cannot go on anymore. The emi, which is the soul, it has to go back to the place where it had come from. Our teaching says that ants would not disperse without returning to its source. So we are saying on this day, Agba Leroy, a brother, a friend, a uncle, he is returning to his source. Ashe? So we can all sit. Thank you. So, Agba Leroy, he was a proud Orisha man. Yes? Is it the truth? Right. So we all know what he was for. Ashe. All right, so there are some songs we would sing. Now I know that people wouldn't know the songs. But we'll try to tweak things in a way that we all could understand. Ashe? We were also supposed to have the drums too. But, you know, all right? So, we'll have to clap, we'll have to stamp, and we'll make this thing happen. Yeah? Yeah? You don't know what ancestors have done. Let's go. Well, you don't know what ancestors have done. Sing the thing. You don't know what. The part that you all thinking is, what ancestors have done for me. Yeah? So let's go. Let's go. Well, you don't know what ancestors have done for me. You don't know what ancestors have done for me. You don't know. Hey, you don't know what ancestors have done. You don't know. Hey, you don't know. Hey, 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, ancestors call them by the number. 1 by 1, 2 by 2, call them by the number. Hey, 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, ancestors call them by the number. Sing 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, ancestors call them by the number. 1 by 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, ancestors call them by the number. I am under the rock is higher than high. Ancestors guide me, I am under the rock. Go tell my enemies, I am under the rock. Ancestors guide me, I am on. Whoa, I am. Yeah, yeah. Whoa. Go tell my enemies, I am under the rock. Let's go. Well, I am under the rock. The rock is higher than high. Whoa, yo, yo. Ancestors. Go tell my enemies, I am under the rock. Ancestors. I am under the rock. Yeah, yeah. The rock is higher than high. Ancestors. Whoa, well, I am under the rock. The rock is higher than high. Ancestors hide me, I am under the rock. Go and tell my enemies, I am under. Ancestors hide me, I am under the rock. Hey, Gunde, Achuba, Timboleyo. Hey, Gunde, Achuba, Timboleyo. Hey, Gunde, Achuba, Timboleyo. Arabara, 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 eh, Gungun, Arabara. Voices, Arabara, 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 eh, Gungun, Arabara. Egun alagbao, Egungun alagbao, Egun alagba, Egungun alagbao, Hey Baba alagba, 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 alagba. Iyanla, 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 Iyanla. Araru keke muchuba, Araru keke muchuba, Araru keke muchuba, Araru keke muchuba oh. Muchuba, 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 Araru keke Muchuba, Araru keke Muchuba, Araru keke Mushoga, Araru keke Muchuba. Muchuba, Muchuba, ah, Timboru, ah, Timboru, ah, Timboru, hey, Legungun, Timboru, oh. Hey, legungun, Timboru, 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 Timboru. Asheo. We'll invite the family member whom is reading the eulogy on behalf of Akbar Leroy. And following that, we'll have 3 persons come forward and pay respect by, the wonderful memories we have of him. Ashe? Ashe. Ay, who's this brave child? Yes. There is the eulogy.
Good day. Flavian Thomas, also known as Leroy, Cassa booboo, was the son of Elaine and Robert Thomas. He was the second of 11 children. He had a passion for planting, and he was known as the Shadow Benny King. He loved Pan and Mary Jane, along with punching. His bond with his brother-in-law Kirk and him was as such that he told him if he wants money, he should go and do a beekeeping course. As such, he was instrumental in my father venturing into beekeeping, where he loved his brother-in-law honey that he produced. His sister Joanne had to make his coconut bacon cheese to take with him to Panorama. He used to always call her African princess because she never straightened her hair. He also loved her homemade wine, and many days when he could not be found at home, he would be by her visiting her and his brother-in-law. Uncle Leroy loved excursions with Pan's Symphony, where he played the double second pan. He loved roti, made by his sister Bernadine, and he couldn't wait for her to come and organize his clothes to go to church. He used to boast of his sister Joan bread-making skills. His sister Judy, they shared an extremely close bond, and that bond extended to her children. He always used to refer to her not as Judy, but Vera. She left and went away, and they still maintained that extremely close bond. They spoke frequently, and her only regret is that she looked forward to coming back to Trinidad to spend time with her favorite brother, but sadly, that was not meant to be. Judy would like to let everyone know that she was thankful for her brother. He was her shoulder to lean on, her rock to stand on, and the person whom she could have counted on to always have her back. She is extremely devastated at his loss and quite inconsolable. Ajani, her son, if he was alive today, would have been devastated as well, because he and his uncle also shared a very special and close bond. Uncle Leroy used to pick up Nathaniel, and Nyasha from school. He watched those children grow from baby, and they could have always counted on him to pick them up. And they were sure that every evening he would give each of them $5 to buy whatever snack they wanted. His nephew Nathaniel, he used to carry him to trim, and his niece Nathania used to look forward to him carrying her to Borrowday in Arima and to Talparo, where the stinging nettle used to stick in her hair. Uncle Leroy had many nieces and nephews, which he loved and was proud of each and every one of them. My Uncle Leroy was my favorite uncle. I fondly recall selling shadow benny in the market and traveling to Talparo to spend holidays, me and my cousin Cappy. He was the fun uncle, and he made it known to me that education was important. He used to stress to me about African identity, and he used to give me plenty books to read. He was an advocate for African history. He taught me a lot about African ancestry, and he was the first person who taught me about the Orisha religion. His nephew Nakimo and him worked together, and they had fun times, and his nephew Nigel used to drop him home after work. At the Hollis elderly home, he was very fond of Miss Amrita, one of his caregivers. His face used to light up when he saw her and Natty, whom used to take care of him. They used to speak fondly of him whenever my sister Natasha used to visit. His niece Natasha, for these past years, was his primary caregiver. They shared a special bond where he and her would sit and talk about gardening and all the things she experimented with. She would miss him dearly, especially whenever she tends to her kitchen garden. His brother Claude used to go for his medicine and was generally around to take care of his brother. Between the both of them, they made sure that any and all his needs were met. So to Natasha and Claude, we would like to say a special thank you to you both. Uncle Leroy always used to say, when you tell him anything, you should. May the ancestors light your path and guide you on your journey. May you sleep in perfect peace. Uncle Leroy, as you were fondly called, you are loved and you will be missed. We, the family of Flavian Leroy Thomas, would like to say a heartfelt thank you to all who called, texted, and extended condolences to our family, and to the members and staff of the Hollis Elderly Home, and to Anthony Stapleton, we say a special thank you.
Thank you, sister. We invite anyone else who would like to come and say a few words on behalf of Agbal Leroy. The mic is open, the floor is open. Anyone?
Good day to all and welcome. The most I want to say is Leroy, as we will fondly call him, was our uncle, and he loved us all. We spent a lot of time with him, talking, laughing. He used to tell us, as my sister said, about his religion. Also, he used to encourage us that education is a must. And He was very proud of his nieces and his nephews for what they achieved in life. And I just want to thank everybody for coming and all who sent well wishes, who prayed for us and everything. And especially last place he was, the home, he was well taken care of. And I also want to thank them for seeing about him and making his last few days wonderful. And as my sister said, my Uncle Claude also took a part in organizing him, and my Aunt Bernadine, she never left him undone. And I just want to thank them for all that they did for him. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you, Natasha. Anyone else would like to come and offer a few words on behalf of Agba Leroy, Flavian Thomas? Anyone else? I saw this man looking like if you want to say something in the corner there, you know. Have this man face looking like you want to... All right. Anyone else? You know, he was a man of the people. He was a people man. So, you know, it's always fitting that we give these types of commendations at this point in time. So anyone else? All right. Well, I'll invite his longtime colleague, his comrade in the market, Baba Opa Kunle Ifak. Oh yeah, welcome him, please. Thank you.
Good afternoon, each and everyone. And to the members of Leroy. My name is Baba Opakunle Ifakoya. I'm the spiritual head of Eulogy Otura Meji, our Ocean Shrine in Arima, 22 Church Street, Matarita Triangle, Arima. That was the last shrine Leroy was affiliated to. He worked with me for a number of years. As his nieces said, he was the Shadow Benny King. Well, I first met him in the market in Arima selling Shadow Benny. And we became friends, and after a couple of years, well, he ended up working with me because I am also a Shadow Benny farmer. I'm a farmer, but I plant Shadow Benny as a main crop. So he worked with me planting Shadow Benny for a number of years. And we had some good times. Right, because I'm a member of the Enyawa Egungun Society in Princestown, and he used to go around with us when we having anything, Pity Valley, Princestown, wherever we go. He would always accompany us. He was very much Afrocentric conscious. He was a very conscious African man. And he was a family man too. He speak highly of his nieces. Two of them would stand out. I think they lived just opposite where his mother lived. I think one was doing maths or something like that. And he would always talk about this young man and the maths, and I forget but I think he had, I think he has a Indian surname or something like that. Right, so you'd always keep talking and talking and talking about those two particular children from that household. But in extension, he's a family person. He always talk about his family, right? He called my wife, which is the head of Eulogy, her name is Yeye Agbamola, right? And he would always, wherever he is, go in, Yeye Agbamola. When he started to get sick, he run away. He come in Arima. Where you going? You're going by Yeye Agbamola. Well, people don't know her by Yeye Agbamola. But he gave the taxi direction, they brought him there, you know. He come to see Yeye Agbamola, right? But he was very conscious about the tradition. As African people, I want to say, Leroy was a Pan-Africanist. I don't know how much of us understand that. As African people, we need to know more about ourselves, and Leroy was about that. Recently, I started getting some information, right? And it ties into what a lot of the things that Leroy have been saying to me and have been saying. People, let us wake up. Let us get on the YouTube, punch in Make Africa Great Again, and let us get history about ourselves, because we as a people, they teach us to deny ourselves. We are a great people. And Leroy is a great exemplar. He is one who blazed that trail, trying to make African people aware of themselves. Let us look. There is information there showing us what was done to us, why we are in the situation we are in today. Let us get the information. Let us train ourselves. Let us educate ourselves so we could educate our children. He was a big person on education. Let us educate our children so that our children, when we go on, they would take the rightful place and stand up. You understand me? We have been trampled on for too long. Information was not available. It is available now. Please let us educate ourselves as elders so we could educate our children, so that our grandchildren and great-grandchildren would not have to go through what we go through. I'm begging, please, let us wake up. The information is there. Okay? So I want to say we are here this evening to celebrate the life of Leroy. He always had good times. He was a good times person, right? Regardless of what, he used to have good times, right? So to each and every one of us, again, I want to say thanks for coming, and let us take this page from Leroy's book as African people. Let us look for our history. Please, I'm begging. We is about to make transition, and if we don't teach our children, sad would be our portion, because the colonizers are there, and they come in with force, and they have us in a way now that we are saying things the way it was in the 40s and 50s, it was better than now. Let me go back there. And it's all because a long time they was here, but they train us now, so we're doing it to ourselves. Let us prepare ourselves so that our children would be able to raise their head and walk proud. Garbage pan eaters, African people. Who full the jail, African people. Who sick, full the hospital, African people. Who full all the churches, African people. Let us ask ourselves, what it is? Why? We in all these things. You understand me? I beg us, please, educate ourselves so we can educate our children. Again, thanks for coming. Thanks.
So greetings again. How we feeling?
Good.
Nice. Well, I see we have drummers in the house, and as we know, Agba Leroy was a festive man, he was a happy man, he was a manta. Yeah? So we'll just kick it off with the sermon, the short sermon, and then we'll have the drums, and we'll forward ourselves to this cemetery. Yeah? Let us turn to this page here, where we will see Iwure of comfort. Iwure of comfort. And it goes, if we have a problem, we should take it to our ancestors. They would protect us. Our paternal ancestor would never desert us. She shall protect us. Our maternal ancestor would never neglect us. They would protect us. Our Ifa teachings will never forsake us. It shall protect us. Our Ori, our inner head, will not abandon us. our ancestors will continue to live on. Ashe? And this is saying to us, as human beings, as children of God, as children of Olodumare, at no point in time upon that day of death must we ever forget those who have passed on before us. If you have a mother, a father who took care of you for all your life, it is disrespectful to their spirit to forget them. Because they have sacrificed their comfort, even sometimes their peace of mind, to grow children to a point that they are strong enough to stand on their own. So in our Ifa Orisha teaching, it is taboo for children to disrespect their parents. It is taboo for children to disrespect their elders. And these are some of the foundation teachings that we must continue to take back and imbibe in our consciousness to make this society a better state than what it is now. It goes back to the saying of respect. Yeah? We are saying that our paternal ancestor would never hurt us. Let's examine that. Paternal is mother. Age Yogbe says that after God, it is your mother. Yeah? Ifa says that if you want blessings in this life, the Ori of your mother must bless you. If not, as our elders would say, sad be your portion if your mother curse you. Yeah? So it is a very serious thing. Sometimes a person might feel that I make it, I'm successful, I'm driving a bigger car than my father or my mother. I may have grown a few inches taller than my parents, so I'm now looking down at them. So it now opens the road now to disrespect them. Ifa is saying on this day, let us stop disrespect our parents. Let us always respect our elders, because they have so much things to teach us. We are in a society right now that people saying elders don't teach. But how can an elder teach a disrespectful person? We ever thought about that? Yeah? Huh? Histrin? Hasha? Huh? How somebody will pull in a person who is disrespectful and show them a form, show them something? Yeah? My dear people, our tradition is built upon the principle of respect. And it even, as I said, it doesn't stop at the point of our soul leaving the body. It's even when our ancestors have passed on, we pour libation for them. Yeah? Because they are still in a state where they could help us. We are sure that sometimes we may go to bed and they might dream somebody from a long time. They come in your dream and they give you a message. It's oftentimes your ancestor who comes to give you a message. Yeah? And again, we must be very careful of the inundated information that is being perpetuated on the media that tells us, that these things are things to shy away from and run from. You understand? But other belief system, they project their ancestors in a big way. They put up monuments, big tall monuments in recognition and homage of their ancestors. Yes? All over the world. All over the world. All over Europe. And what is ours? It's in a museum that you have to pay to go and watch. Brothers and sisters, let us hold on to what is ours. We are a great people. Agba Leroy was proud of what he stood for. Yeah? And we know that on this day, this is the message of his heart. For our people to come back home. And when we say come back home, come back to foundation core values. So this will take us forward. Ashe? I wouldn't be long because we have in the cemetery to go. So the drummers here, so we'll sing a few and we'll enter across. Ashe, so Ashe? Ashe? Ashe, man, don't know. Yeah? You all ready? I know you all have it. Arabara, 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 gungun Arabara, 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 gungun Arabara, 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 gungun Arabara. Voices. Arabara, 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 gungun Arabara. Oy, oy, oy. Egun alagba, egun alagba, egun alagba. Egungun alagba, baba alagba, egungun alagba, 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 iyanla, 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 araru keke mujuba, araru keke mujuba. Araru keke mujuba, araru keke mujuba, 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 mujuba. Temboru, temboru, temboru. Hey, the good, good. Temboru, hey, the good, good. Temboru, temboru. Yoruba ancestors, tomorrow, tomorrow. Holy way from Africa land. Holy way from Africa land. Hey, holy way from Africa land. Holy way from Africa land. Walk on them. Walk on them. Walk on them. Walk on them. Yoruba ancestors, Yoruba ancestors, Yoruba ancestors, Yoruba ancestors. Walk on them, walk on them, walk on them, walk on them. All the way from Africa land, all the way from Africa land. All the way from Africa land. All the way from Africa land. Walk on them. 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 Epa, Epa, Helorisha, Epa, Epa, Obatala, Epa, Helorisha, Helorisha, Epa, Helorisha, Obatala, Helorisha, Obatala, oh, Epa, oh, Obatala, oh, Epa, oh, Baba Rubu, oh, Epa, oh. Obatala o epa o alabala she mawa mawa ba mawa mawa ba mawa mawa ba mawa mawa ba epa epa Helorisha Obatala epa Helorisha Obatala Helorisha Obatala Helorisha, 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 Obatala, Helorisha, Obatala, oh, Epa, oh, Obatala, oh, Epa, oh, Baba Rubu, oh, Epa, oh, Baba Rubu, oh, Epa, oh. Mawa, mawa, ba, 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 mawa, mawa, ba. 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 I never get weary yet. We never get weary yet. Long, long days we working in the field and we never get weary. Oh, yeah, yeah. We never get weary yet. We never get. I never, we never get weary yet. We never get. I never. Oh, yo, yo. I never, we never get. Oh, yo, yo. Oh, yo, yo. Oh, yo, yo. Never get. I never. I never, oh. I never. Whatever. I never. I never. Oh, I say I never get weary yet. We never get weary yet. I never, oh. I never. Oh, yo, yo. I in a corner, yeah, in a groaning. I in a corner, yeah, in a groaning. I said, why, yeah, I in a corner, yeah, in a balling. I in a corner, yeah, in a groaning. Why, I in a corner, yeah, in a balling, I in a corner, yeah, in a groaning. I in a corner, yeah, in a balling, I in a corner, yeah, in a groaning. I in a corner, yeah, in a groaning, I in a corner, yeah, in a groaning. One by one, two by two, three by three, ancestors call them by the oy, oy, oy. One by one, two by two, three by three, ancestors call. I'll show you. This is the point where we would adjourn from this space to go to the cemetery. So we'll sing one more because the things that Agba Leroy stood for, it meant that he was a warrior. Yeah? Yes? Are we not sure? Sure. We are not sure. Sing warrior, eh, warrior, oh, warrior, eh, warrior, oh, warrior, warrior, eh. The weapon in a right hand, warrior, yeah. Warrior, yeah. Warrior, oh, warrior, a warrior, 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 yeah. Leroy was a warrior, a big proud warrior. He had a weapon in a right hand, warrior.